Hi and welcome to Williams TV here on the paddock. It's still drizzling, Paul DeRista. FP1's just got over. How did that go?
Yeah, a bit of a mixed session really. Like you say, the weather not as predicted this morning. We woke up, there's a little bit, some rain cells developing about 10k. They've been coming in, fizzling out over the track, and I think we've been pretty unfortunate. But it's one of these tracks, you want to get out there early. There's a lot of bumps, drivers complaining about that. But I think other than that, it's there's not really much to take from it.
Yeah, I mean, it's impossible to read into anybody, really, that session, wasn't it? The rain came and went, came. What does the forecast say for the rest of today?
I think there is a bit of chance of some rain again. Ultimately, it's as I said, it's building up very close to the track. It's weird because it kind of feels hot at some points. It feels cold. I'm not really sure what to think, and I'm sure equally in the garage everybody's a bit like, is it on or off? What it's going to do. But it's the same for everyone. Everyone's on the track at the same time. So I guess it's the best prepared team on the simulation front, what they do.
Absolutely. And, you know, this is a unique race weekend because obviously you've got a slightly different schedule tomorrow with a big gap between FP3 and qualifying. But for today, it's standard sort of sessions, isn't it? So engineers and drivers away doing their debriefs and getting themselves prepared for FP2?
Absolutely, heads down, working away, trying to do exactly what they can. This is the time when the engineers come into the row and they'll be taking the data, what they've learned from it, and moving on. But as you can see, we're coming into the garage. I believe you're going to have to run away as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got to run away in a couple of seconds, but we'll wander through and then I'm going to leave you to find some other people to chat to. But the boys are hard at work here before FP2. You know, lots of activity on both cars, even on a session where there wasn't a whole lot of stuff learned. You know, they still got to go through their program, haven't they?
They have, and they've got plenty to service on the cars. It's quite nice walking by it with the heat off it, actually, as all the things are on it. I'm a bit cold, but you can see there's not too much rush, but there's a lot of detail on these cars. A lot of extra sensors today as well that you wouldn't race. You just want to gather that information.
Yeah, I mean, the circuit itself, I haven't driven here, but obviously you have. It's a great track, isn't it?
It is a good track. There's bits of it I like, bits of it I don't like. It's not. I wouldn't say it's not in my top 10 of the year. That's one thing for sure. Great place to come. I mean, absolutely, undoubtedly coming back to the US to race. You know, the fans are very passionate, but more importantly, Austin is a great town. The only one downside here, you normally go away a few kilos heavier, which maybe isn't a bad thing because Mexico a little bit more difficult to get some food. On the safe side, being a reserve driver, so my strategy is go big here.
Yeah.
And back it off for the next one.
Yeah, I mean, it's as you say, but it's a great city even for outdoor stuff, isn't it? It's just, I think the mechanics and the crews here, they love trying to get the work done quickly. Rob Smedley, we were chatting yesterday, was saying how it's amazing how quickly the guys get the cars prepped here in Austin.
Well, that's changed slightly this year as well because we've got a 4-hour gap between FP3 tomorrow and qualifying. As the classic F1 cars gone out as well. Now there's some proper noise for you as well to fire up the old Lotuses, but that's the thing about this. This is what fans want to see. They want to see the new generation. They want to see the old generation.
That's right. Listen, I'm going to have to leave you to it. This is getting really loud anyway, but I've got to run off. Paul, over to you.
I'll take both. I'm going to hand that over so I don't look too crazy exactly what's going on, but you can see where Austin is. I think one of the big things is just look at the elevation change you've got into turn 1 here. This pit lane's obviously very wide. You can see there's a few fans still sitting in the grandstands going around watching these cars in action, but I guess one of the things we've never looked at this year is actually look at the pit stop gantry and exactly what it is. The attention to detail that we've got here, all the different various systems you've got to make the pit stop work. Williams very much one of the best teams for that, and you can see the amount of structure that actually goes into that. That was a noisy car, ex-James Hunt one. But one of the things here as well is the traffic light system that the drivers have to react to. Not the start lights, they've got their own lights here. When the pit stop's ready, every gun's got its own indication, lights up, driver releases. Now this will tell them if there's traffic there, which corner's been delayed, exactly what's happening. But yeah, I mean, other than that, all is under control at the moment. There's not many people we're going to disturb as well because we don't want to take them a time away. It's important to get the cars serviced and ready, what we're talking about at the beginning of the session. But you can see it's a big weekend for sponsors, a big weekend for guests. Not sure I like a Red Bull guy walking through the garage, but anyway, he may be very important. We won't give him too much of a hard time about it. But you can see the cars very quickly strip, very quickly go back together, and on we go. But that's about all we really need to cover at this point. We'll be back on Sunday. I'm sure we'll have a more VIP guests. We're speaking to the drivers. Equally, Rob Smedley may join us. But for now, all the best, and I hope you tune in for FP2, and we'll keep in touch.